file. Here you go. So I recorded this file, a single file, which carries everything you need to know for the exam, the final exam, right? So the final exam question 1, as you see on my screen here, will be 10 marks. For question 1 will be 10 marks, and question 2 will also be 10 marks. And to prepare for the final exam question 1 and question 2, please practice the following 17 major exam topic practice. So what I did is I reduced the question from, I think it was 19 to 17 only, right? And for that I put the 2 videos that carries the question 1 to 11 in this video, and question 12 to 17 is this video. So all you need to do is have this document for revision. So I prepared one document for you, so you don't have to go here and there, and you put there. And additionally, I also put answer to each question. Remember, in the exam, the question will not be exactly same, right? The values will be different, the logic will be same as it was in major 1. So if you practice it well yourself, and if I change the values, you will be able to still answer the question. The good news is all these 17 questions from where the question 1 and question 2, these are the topic from where the question 1 and question 2 will be asked, is all here. So if you move, for example, yeah, here, see, this is question, and against every question I put the answer there, right? See here, like this, like this, like this. So how many questions are there? 17 questions, right? And that's where you have question 1 and question 2, right? Now then you have a final exam question 3. That's a 10-mark question, and for this question in the final exam practice you need to follow 19 questions of major 2 topics. So I reduced the major 2 question from 27 to 19 only, the first 19 questions, right? Remember, it was a 26 questions in total, 4 videos. So what I did is I reduced the number of questions, because I know there are huge questions to practice. So I reduced those questions from 26 to 19 only, and those 19 questions are in these 3 videos. So I also entered 3 videos where those 19 questions will be from, right? Video 1, video 2, video 3. These 3 videos carry the 19 questions, and those 19 questions I copied under this for the question 3. So these are major 2 questions, right? And here we go. Yeah, these are 19 questions, right? 19 questions. This is the final question. You see here 19 questions. This is the final 19 questions. So there will be 19 questions instead of that you need to prepare. Now the final exam question number 4, part A, is 5 marks. In this, the final question, the last question. In this exam question, you will be provided with the data files shown in the following image, and you will be asked to apply functions that are explained in the following video, right? So you will be given this file that you see here, and you will be asked to apply the function that I have applied in this video. Okay, that is basically the list functions, right? And you need to apply the list functions on this video, and then there will be a part 2 here. And in the final exam question part 2, again 5-mark question. In the exam you will be provided with the file shown in the following image. This file you will be shown, right? Same file, exactly same file. And you will be asked to apply the function that are explained in the following video. Now this video is about dictionary. Previous video about list and that function with the list, and this is with the dictionary. So these you'll be given a file like this, and you will be asked to do what I'm doing in the video, right? So this is what you have to do to prepare for question number 4. So this way, this is it, right? All you need is now this single file that I have, right? Single file I have put up together, this one, you see here. I will share this PDF with you. So again, in this single PDF, I put together all the links of the videos and all the questions that you need to practice for your final exam. So these are first 17 questions from major 1 for the final exam question 1 and question 2, 17 questions for major 1, and I put the links of the video where I solved them, and also I have actually put the solution against each question, so it's easy for you to practice it, right? Then you have question number 3, uh, which is from major 2 topics, and I have put the 3 videos 1, 2 and 3 covering 19 questions. Remember, there was previously 26 questions, so I removed the last few questions and only kept 19 questions, the first 19 questions from major 2. So you only have to practice 19 questions. So I reduce the number of questions so that you don't have to worry about preparing for a lot of questions, because I know the time is a little short for you to practice. So I reduce the number of questions for question 3, practice question to 19. Now the final question from the filing, I put the video that you need to watch, and I put the file that I will give in the exam. So in the exam I'll give this file, and you have to apply the function. Those are in the video, right? That's how the question will be set. Similarly, I'll give this file in the part B. So there will be 2 parts for the question number 4, and I'll give this file and I'll ask you to apply the function. Those are shown in this video. So I've given you the videos, and I have also given you the practice questions now. Now coming back to how the question will look like, right? So exactly the question, first question 1 and question 2 will be similar as in here, question 1 to 17 of major 1, but obviously the logic will be the same, but the question values will be different, right? It will not be exact same value. So you need to really understand, build the logic, right? And you have all the solutions. And then we have question number just a second. Oh, no, don't want to watch this one. Oh, no, you don't want to. Sorry about that. This is my personal messages you're watching, right?
Assalamu alaikum, doctor.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you?
How are you, doctor?
I'm good. How are you?
Doctor, I just have one question, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
For the final, for the mid 1, you have how many questions?
From the final, there are 4 questions in total.
Yeah, for midterm 1, it's
midterm 1 to first 2 questions. Midterm 1, yes.
Okay, and mid 2 is 1 question.
Mid 2 is actually, yeah, mid 2 1 question, yes.
And Mister, is this recorded?
This is being recorded, yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Now I just want to now talk about the actual format of the question, right? Because I send you that format. So I already showed you the question 1 and question 2 format. Now I'm going to show you the format for question 3, right? So this is something I shared with you in WhatsApp group as well, if you remember, a few days ago, right? And this was a very good one of you actually developed this. So this is how the question 3 would look like. One of the student actually shared with me this. There you go. See, so what I did is in the as you see in the video, I will what I'll do is I'll put 2 questions together. So for example, write a function to take values in a given list number by the user and do the following, right? And then I say write a function to count the occurrence of an element in the list, and second, write a function to reverse a list in place and return it. Now this is just a sample question, by the way. This is not the question that's going to be in the exam, remember that, right? So this is what I'm just showing here, that how I'm putting 2 questions together, how I'm merging 2 questions together, right? The first part will be the same as you see, taking the input from the user. The second, you define another function against this one, and then you take the input from the user, you call it and you do it. And then the second one again, defining a function and calling it, so you don't have to define this top one. So because there are 3 parts to it, write a function, this one will carry 3.3 marks. The second function will carry 3.3 marks, and then the last function will carry 3.3 marks. So what I'm doing here, 3.3 to do 3.3, you'll get 3.3 marks if you are able to do, for example here, let's go back to those questions here. You see here what I'm doing here, and this is what you did as well. No, I'm gonna maybe do this, right? This is what this one here. Yeah, this one, question 3. So what you do is you write a function to ask the user to enter the from the keyboard the list. So this is first part of the question. Then what I'll do is you see here the first part is always same, right? Write a function to take values in the given number by the user. So you write this function, then I ask you to write another function to find the sum of all elements. So you have to do this. So write another function, take the sum of the element. But then from another question, I will pick up the last part, for example here, and I say write another function to find the maximum elements. And you don't have to do this part and that previous part, this part, top one. You just have to do the last part again, you know. So this way I'm merging two questions together, so each and making it a single question, right? Any questions about that? The question 3.
Doctor, I have a question, please.
Go ahead.
About the first part, it will be the same for the 19 questions, or it will be different?
Yeah, first one, good news is the first one I reduce it from 19 to 17. Okay, first 17 question. I removed last two questions, all right, in the major one.
Yeah.
And I also put the 2 video link here that you need to watch.
Yeah, understood. I'm asking about major 2, the first part of the question.
Major
There is 19 question. That's right. You reduce it already from 27 to 19, right?
Oh yeah, 19 exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first part, which is I'm defining the function, it will be the same always for the 19 questions.
Yes. This is more or less same. Yeah, for all the 19 questions. Yes. And by the way, I in the video I solved all the 19 questions, so you can watch these 3 videos, right, and learn how to solve these 19 questions. Because I given a videos of 19 questions, and every first part is always taking the number is same, but then actually using the built-in functions of list and doing this is different the rest one. So you have like all these questions here, 19 questions. This is the last question, right? 19, and it's all done. 19 questions are done in these 3 videos, for which I given a link here, 1, 2, and 3. All you have to do is watch these 3 videos, practice these 19 questions, and I told you I will be merging 2 questions together to give you a question like this, right? And then you have to answer it like this student has answered, right? This is a sample question. I shared it on the WhatsApp as well, this one. So, and the final one is simple. The last question, which will be from filing. So I will give you this file, right? And you need to watch this video to apply the function on this file, because this file is taken from this video. And you have in the exam, I'll ask you to do similar stuff what I'm doing in this video, right? And you have to do it yourself. Okay. And then I will give you this file, and I'll ask you to apply what is I'm doing in this video. In this video, I'm doing dictionary. Okay. And then I'll ask you to do similar stuff what I'm doing in this video. So you really need to practice this to be able to answer the last question. The last question is going to be slightly difficult. So you have to practice, but it won't be outside this what I'm giving you, right? So if you really understand these 2 videos, with this video and this last video, then you will be able to answer the question 4 as well, right? Now I told you like all the marks that you're gonna get in terms of like each question, and this file I will share with you after this, after recording this, and I'll put this recording online as well. Anybody has any questions? I think, yeah, go ahead.
Doctor?
Yeah.
So we just need to study this file, nothing else, and the videos in it.
Yes, single file. All the question in this file and the videos in it. Yes, that's so that it's easier for you to navigate. Yes.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, and because I put this all together so you don't get confused, so you can easily like navigate. So on the exam day, I know you'll be busy, so to make it easy for you, I put everything in a single file. Right? And this is the same thing I told you before. Only thing I did is I reduced the number of questions. Okay. I mean, the major 1 question I reduced to 17, major 2 questions I reduced to 19, and then the final filing, I selected the 2 videos that you need to watch to practice, right? So the whole purpose of exam is to force you to study and revise, right? So that's why I hope you can really learn some programming while you're preparing for the final exam, because I know after that you probably won't be programming, but this is your last chance to really pick up some concepts and do well in the exam.
Doctor,
Yeah.
for major 2 part,
Did you remove the easy questions or the hard questions or like any random questions?
I think I removed the last question. Last question wasn't easy. In the major two, I
Yeah, it was
removed the
hard.
I removed the last video. You know, the fourth video.
Yeah.
I
The last 7 questions.
last 7 questions. No, question 22 onward. Yeah, I removed all of them. Yeah.
Okay, thank you,
So
Doctor.
1 to 19. Now, I think what I really want you to, when you practice, please build the concept, because if you're gonna get 40 out of 40, don't try to remember it. All right, build the concept, because if you build the concept, then you can solve it. If you remember it, you will forget it. Okay, don't memorize it. You try and build the concept, and so you can really get good marks and work hard. You know, this is your last chance, and I wish you all good luck with your exam. All right.
Thank you, Doctor.
All right. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
So the last question